Welcome back. I said I would talk a little bit about my power situation because it has gotten more complex. I have 4 nuclear power plants. Nuclear power plants produce, if they're running on these uranium, I think I showed you before how I made uranium. The uranium fuel rods, they run on fuel rods, they take a ton of water, and they produce uranium waste. Uranium waste is any kind of nuclear waste, radioactive waste, you cannot just delete like anything else you can just delete. You can't pick it up and just delete it. You have to do something with it. It sticks around forever. Well, luckily, you can recycle it into plutonium in a way. So I have a bunch of my waste from my power plants going here to those drones. And those drones actually go all the way over to my aluminum section, which is way down. You can see it from up here over there. And there's a blender over there that blends together uranium waste. And I mean, I guess I can just, if you want to bear with me for a minute here, let's take a quick ride and I'll show you. It's kind of cool. I really like what I've been doing. I know everything's kind of piecemealed and just kind of like put together, but it feels like it's mine. Like you can see my creative process as I'm trying to figure all this out and make it work, right? Like I had all these problems with getting aluminum production, and now I actually have extra silica coming in. So, and I even had to like stop getting rid of all this stuff here, this aluminum byproduct for aluminum production, because I figured out a way to get to it. But it still needs constant maintenance. I have to come over here every couple hours or so to double check to make sure that stuff's not backing up. This is my sulfur production, sulfuric acid production, that was originally just making the uranium cores. That's my original like uranium processing, where it sends those little uranium things over there. They go a drone back there, transmit the uranium cores, puts them into those power plants. That other drone flies uranium waste over here, which mixes with nitric acid, which I have going on over here. That goes into here with some sulfuric acid, and it produces non-fissile uranium, which flies all the way back to where my power plants were over there, goes into a particle accelerator, becomes plutonium pellets, which then go with a couple other things and becomes a plutonium core. And a plutonium core, all it is just a more efficient uranium power core for the nuclear power plant. So it just burns slightly slower, but it produces plutonium waste, which is eventually going to be a problem that I guess I might have to solve with Fixonium. So Fixonium, in order to make this, you need plutonium waste, a singularity cell, and dark matter residue, right? So you see how this is all going to kind of like loop together into this giant system that I am completely unprepared for. But I'll figure it out, right? I don't even know how to make singularity cells yet, because those are made with, oh yeah, Fixonium, that's the rod that it'll eventually make for my power plant. But the singularity cells in the top right corner, the milestone for spatial energy regulation, when I finish that, I will learn how to make those singularity cells, which will then allow me to kind of figure out that process and then kind of get more power. But in order to get to that process, I need more power now, at least a buffer, because once I turn all that on to produce those oscillators, to get to that point, I want to make sure I don't blow a fuse. So yeah, we will see how that goes. I didn't actually talk about my nitric acid production over here. This is also something new that I've got going. I'm making some turbo fuel, and I have this big convoluted setup here that produces nitric acid for things and gets me turbo fuel, which actually fuels a bunch of generators, which I will update you on when I have a chance. But yeah, things have been going good so far. I have a ton of different drone ports now all over the place, and luckily this machine right here has nonstop been producing batteries, and batteries are an amazing fuel source for drones, so much better than trying to fuel with turbo fuel. I mean, maybe rocket fuel works better. I have no idea. But for all these drone ports, I just come over, lay a stack of batteries in there, and like, boom, done, right? This drone port, I come over here, I laid a stack of batteries, and I leave it alone, right? And batteries fuel these drones so well that I don't have to worry about it. For the couple of drones I have back over there too, I just drop it in there and it goes. So things are coming together, and we will see. I will explain nitric acid and kind of what that is in another video. But that is my power problem, power update. Trying to get new. I have plutonium, and I need probably some more nuclear power plants going forward. But yeah, I will see you again later.